when you finally come home and you see a new anime Frieren arc has just begun in the Divine Revolte Arc, where it goes dark and goes big 2 times. This episode of Frieren, Season 2, Episode 6, or Episode 34 overall, a demon slaying request, adapts Chapter 71, Subjugation Request, and half of Chapter 72, The General. It's an arc that covers Genau's hometown being raided by a bunch of powerful demons, including a demon general in Divine Revolte. This episode sets up the encounter with Frieren's party, along with the Continental Magic Association, first class mages in Genau and Methode. Both Fern, along with now partners Methode and Genau, received a subjugation request to take down these demons in the Northern Plateau. Here is your spoiler warning, because I do cover these episodes from an up-to-date manga perspective. I do make light references to future arcs, but stay anyways, because you can't help yourself. There's nothing like going through a story that's presented with fuzzy wuzzies, but in reality, there are man-eating demons out there looking to pillage, massacre, and mass yeet just to test their abilities. Yes, even women and children. And so the anime has decided to show the dark and vicious nature of showing that reality that legacies die, including the hard-bred man that was homies with Genau. The episode opens up with the terrifying reality of what has become of the Continental Magic Association's first-class mage Genau's village in the Northern Plateau of Rufen Village. The chivalric Order of Norm is nowhere to be found because they dead. And the Norm Company only recently stumbled upon a giant blob of silver ore with the assist of Frieren. While one episode decided to throw their animation budget in a place no one really expected, the same can be said for the ominous and fear that the creators wanted to build before the arc starts. In Chapter 71, it literally starts with just an image of Genau's desecrated hometown, with the church being the last thing still standing, and immediately taking on the demon motif, a deception of words. It's only right we get a perspective of the hard-bred man, one of the last remaining before getting a glimpse of multiple demons not shown until the later chapters. The chivalric Order of Norm, who were stationed in this village, with power levels way beyond what this village was worth. Genau's words, not mine. That Frieren said that the captain was even stronger than Stark. This is the perfect place for the anime to expound upon and to grow Genau's character because of how much he wants to pretend like he doesn't care. And that is why there's a big set of Methode here to help a man see the bright side. I don't think we ever really got to see the chivalric Order of Norm really do anything in the manga, but I do like the fact that we got to see something visually, that they do something because they are protectors of literally the whole Northern Plateau. The manga really just gives us the impression that, you know, they're broke, they're dead a lot, and I guess all they eat is hard bread. The chivalric Order of Norm bro gets his secret message out, only to realize he was looking dead straight at his death. After the opening credits is how Chapter 71 begins, except we get Methode just looking at the aftermath of everyone's fears. Inside a home, we get a demon doing demon things, and like your ex lying to you once again. This time, you hit them with the Hakai. Not gonna lie, I kinda like this 45-degree angle of Genau Hakaiing the crap out of the demon. But I can't complain about big explosions and holes inside bodies. And that hole looks like you could fit a fist in it. As the poor hard-bred man gets carried with his last dying words on Genau's back, the anime went with this side-scrolling tracking shot. The last time I can remember a shot like this is when they did this with Flamme walking across Frieren's burned down village. I guess it's like a universal perspective for tragedy. The body sliding off of Genau for a moment was a nice added foreshadowing on this panel that showed that there was no way that this dude is gonna make it. There are some subtle differences with Methode sitting on the bench praying, but in the anime she is hovering by the bodies. When Genau starts to explain about the legacy of the hard bread man that took over his father's bread business, we get a special flashback with both as a kid. And of course, the bread man seems happy-go-lucky with Genau, probably talking crap in his head. In this overhead shot of all the corpses, we never actually got everyone in one shot in the manga, as it is revealed later on about how the chivalric Order of Norm was involved and how the captain was stronger than even Stark. We also see that the anime has like a whole altar placement with a miniature goddess of creation, whereas we see here in the manga, she's a gigantic statue and very much a centerpiece of these few panels. When Frieren first captures one of Genau's birds, I could have sworn that it was much bigger. As both Genau and Methode ponder over who the mage or mages could be that they are sensing, we already get the impression that Methode may have figured out who the two mages are, and the anime emphasizes by giving them these glowy silhouettes. Mana detection and hiding your mana has always been a thing to show how skilled mages are, so this added animation just proved that Methode's mana detection is slightly more superior to Genau's. Or maybe that Methode has worked intimately with Frieren and Fern already. This was actually one of the more tense, hyped scenes I was waiting for the potential Frieren and Genau shootout. One of the more interesting omissions is that Methode and Genau didn't send Stark, as we'll find out later in the Foundation Festival arc, how strong warriors that can hide their presence and sneak attack on strong mages are a problem for you-know-who, Frieren and the Feet Goddess. When Stark goes to pray for the dead, Genau is seen sitting down before getting up. The manga gives off the impression that he's a bit more apathetic, standing up with his arm crossed. The same subtle lore about Stark's destroyed village gets revealed. For some reason, demons leave dead corpses behind, meaning they likely yeet even after they are full. However, we know demons always have tricks up their sleeve, and if it is indeed the greater demon Revolte, the bloody god of war, that did it to Stark's village, then it is likely he is looking for a strong warrior to be born out of that tragedy. With halfway through the episode, it now takes us to chapter 72, the adaptation of The General, which interestingly only covers like half the chapter. Besides maybe during the Demon Anya Forger arc, this is the first arc and in chapter 71 that really captured a dark, bleak, intense feeling of the true horrors of demons. I can't wait until Mach comes because we're gonna get so many coexistent demon defenders out there. To be honest, I like the goofiness of the manga better of Methode, showing how Revolte fights because she's really like, even when bread turns into crackers, it sounds like bricks are being dropped on the table. While Stark and Genau are in the process of being besties, Frieren, Fern, and Methode are eating hard bread. Because of how dark this arc has been, how about a memeable cute version of the scene? And here we have it. Can I pet you? Definitely not these, but you, mythical munchkin elf. It was at this point when I realized I don't think we're getting the Feet Goddess. Instead, we get ending filler of a couple of broskies chopping it up over crackers. Methode ends up breaking down the differences between single and double wielders, as double wielders have a balance between attacking and defending with shorter swords, while single wielders use long swords to deliver the final blow. They basically stretch out these two panels where Methode already made the big reveal of Revolte being a quadruple wielder. And that's like basically the episode. Considering how many episodes are in the season, and we know that after this we get the Golden Land arc, I was actually fine with all the anime only scenes. But if it was me, I would have cut out a lot of the anime only quadruple wielder scenes. It really doesn't amount to much. I still would have preferred if they ended it with the flashback of Genau and Methode with Serie. So yeah guys, let me know what you guys thought about this episode and if you like the adaptation, and check out my Divine Revolte Arc manga breakdown. Appreciate you guys watching. See you guys on the next video.